me show you a ring. Don't need to play no game. So why'd you say I quit being overthinking about everything? Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now. Cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way I need to say anything. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I need to say anything. When you call up I get thought up like I'm being alright. I get nervous on the surface, ain't a James Dean type. We're just cooped up in a cruiser on a Friday night. We could let it ride. Why'd you say I quit being overthinking about everything? Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now. Cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way I need to say anything. John Hughes kinda or cliche. Either way, I need to say anything. Quit being overthinking about everything. Give it up, tell you what I wanna say right now. Cause I could do the John Hughes kinda or cliche, but either way, I need to say anything.
Hello everybody, I hope this is not so loud. It's so hot outside. I'm in my car. I just got back from a facial because I wanted to treat myself for a nice post-birthday gift. Anyway, so that's where I came from, and then I went into the grocery store just to like grab a quick bite. It's currently 12:43. I'm just gearing up to go to the cafe, but I decided not to go to a cafe. I decided to go to a bookstore that has a Starbucks in it just because I don't feel like going to a cafe that is like 20 minutes away from me. Yeah, it's too dang hot. No. Anyway, so today, before I head into the bookstore, I just want to give you a quick update as to what is happening because it's been a while since I last talked to you guys. I literally can't even remember the last time I actually had a check-in with you, which is fair because I actually got back from a camping trip. I may or may not include it in this vlog. Who knows? I don't know how to clip together this vlog anymore. But anyway, I came back from a camping trip and we were there for a week. I did not do any writing at all. I only did reading, which is super nice. I was able to like catch up on my reading. But now, since I have 2 days off still, today, Monday, and Tuesday, I intend to, lock in and actually get some work done. My goal is to finish a chapter today. Yesterday, I started writing chapter 14, and I was only able to write about 200 words, which is not good. I noticed that when I get back to writing after not writing for a long time or quite a bit, after taking a little bit of break, I noticed that my writing pace is like super slow. I tend to kind of need that warm up a little bit, and hopefully today it's not gonna take me that long to like actually get the gear going and like get the words flowing, you know what I mean? So yeah, I hope it's not as bad today as yesterday because I feel like I wasted so much time yesterday. But anyway, yeah, that is my quick update, and I'll talk to you when I get into the bookstore / Starbucks. I don't know. Anyways, see you later. today is Tuesday. It's currently 10:21 in the morning, and I just finished my morning writing session. I wrote for about an hour and I just officially finished chapter 15. Yay! I wrote like my writing sprint. So for my first writing sprint, I wrote for about 342 words. And then on the second sprint, I just added like a few more touches just to kind of add more information into chapter 15. So that concluded everything. I know yesterday I said I wanted to finish it. I did write the entire scene. I would say about 90%, no, 95% of scene 2. I was able to write a decent amount. I think yesterday, yeah, I did 4 writing sprints and I wrote 988 words in total for scene 2. And then for today, this morning sprint, I wrote 342 and then I added 55 more words. Oh chapter 14 is done, not chapter 15. Oh my gosh. I just finished outlining chapter 15 and that will be my next thing to tackle in the afternoon, which I actually have another scheduled writing date with Joe from Instagram. I've been talking to Joe and I thought I'll shoot my shot and just ask her if she wants to have a writing date with me. And I'm so happy she agreed. If you are not in the Instagram writing space, Joe is pretty active there. It's like really, really cool. She writes like really fun and diverse characters and I really love that for her. And I'm just super excited to like chat with her and, get to know her some more. That is like my plan later this afternoon. That won't be in another probably an hour and a half. Also, can I just say, I am like almost halfway through finishing Act 2. I feel like this is going so well. Excluding chapter 15, I have about 9 chapters until I finish Act 2, which for me is like mind boggling. I can't believe I'm like almost halfway through Act 2 already. I guess I feel like I'm not making progress because of how slow I'm writing the sprints. Like it doesn't feel like I'm making significant progress, but now when I'm looking at the chapters that I finished, I'm like, wait, hold on. That's like, I wrote what? 1, 2, 3. I'm on my 5th chapter now of Act 2. Although it's going really slowly, now that I'm looking back at it in like retrospect, like I'm actually making so many significant progress with it. I am hitting all the points that I want, all the beats that I want. On chapter 14, when I outlined it, I wanted the scene to be in Vanye, but then I ended up switching it into the hotel scene just because it makes a lot more sense instead of my characters jumping into another location all of a sudden for no freaking reason. I kind of hint a little bit more of what book 2 might be about and whose story might be about, and also I'm hitting all the backstory from Natalie as well. I introduced already the antagonist of the story, the reason why my female protagonist is kind of a reclusive character. Her self-confidence is beginning to kind of crumble a little bit as soon as she meets this antagonist. It took me a while to get here, not gonna lie. I mean, I took a week break from writing, but progress is progress no matter how slow, and I'm just glad that I was able to finish it today. Yay! More on to chapter 15 later this afternoon with Joe. So yeah, that's my update. So I'll talk to you soon. Bye. It's a few days later, and today is actually Thursday. Oh, it's turned on. And I am actually just going into a writing session with a bunch of new writers that I met on Instagram. Instagram writer scene is like totally different. It's actually so much easier to like talk to them because you can literally like shoot them a DM, and it's just I feel like it's more accessible and it's really, really nice so far. It was on Tuesday when I had a writing session with Joe. We literally yapped for so long. We were like talking everything about like anime and games and all that nerdy stuff. And I just really connected with Joe so much. She is just really good at writing characters. I had like the honor of reading a little bit of excerpts from her. It's just so nice. Like I love her character Alex. He seems like just a very chaotic guy, and it's just so much, you know, like he has full of life, and he's a troublemaker, but like in a good way. So yeah, we were just like yapping a lot about our whips, and I'm like just really glad to be able to connect to or more writers outside of the authortube space. So yeah, and today I'm actually just going to be writing with a few other writers from Instagram, and I'm super excited. Kind of nervous, not gonna lie. I literally like just followed this person, and Instagram is like so aesthetic. They post excerpts from their work in progress, character like photos, like inspirations and all that stuff. It's like super nice because I feel like when you post these photos on Instagram, I feel like you instantly like get that connection with their characters. I really admire that. So I am currently working on chapter 15, and I am actually contemplating on redoing this entire chapter because it's so boring. I was talking to Joe about this because I was like, I feel like I'm still setting up the scene. And she was like, maybe you can just start in the middle of the action. And I'm like, that's smart. You're smart. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna start in the middle of the action. So I don't want to spoil it so much because like if I spoil it, like what's the point? This is his POV, so there's going to be a whole lot of that, like internal battles. How else am I gonna say that? I don't know. The MMC is like having the most outrageous internal battle inside, like in his mind. I don't know. How was I gonna say? I don't know. I feel like it's so out of context for you too because you don't really know, and I don't even know if I'm doing such a good job explaining without spoiling. So I need to stop rambling and just get on with it. Okay, it's currently 9:15. It's not gonna start until 9:30, and it's until 11:30. So it's going to be a little bit of a late night for me, but it's okay. It's fine. Yeah, I'll talk to you later. Hi. Okay. It's currently 11:30. My husband made me tea and I have to finish it, okay? Otherwise he's going to get upset. I just finished the writing sprints with the writers from Instagram. These are their names. They've been awesome. I had like a really positive experience with them. I'm just so glad that I joined, even though I technically never really like talked to them. I'm just so happy that Meg set up this writing sprint for 2 hours for us because we were able to do productive things. And yeah, so what happened there for 2 hours? Okay, so what happened with my chapter 15, I had to like completely scrap what I pretty much wrote the last time, kind of re-outline it because I wanted to add a little bit more yearning, a little. And I also want to add like some sense of like guilt and feeling of helplessness, kind of. And I think I outlined it enough that I will be able to follow it. I reframed chapter 15. It still follows the whole, you know, story structure. It's not deviating into my like overall story, but I feel like this version is like much better than what I initially wrote. And I only wrote probably like was it 400 words, 380-ish words, maybe 400, more or less. It's okay, it's fine. Still, that's still a win for me. I wrote something and I did something productive. Yay! Maybe I'll just wrap it up now because I'm gonna have a really busy weekend as well. So maybe I'll just end it here. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the vlog. I really appreciate you here for coming and sticking all the way to the end, even though it's probably super messy and all over the place, I feel. If you like this kind of content, feel free to subscribe. It's free. And I hope to see you on the next vlog. Bye, guys.